Hey guys, it's Ms. Miller. It seems some of you are having some difficulty with this lab, and I think it mostly comes from the fact that this is not a cookie cutter lab where I say 1 do this, 2 do that, 3 do this. No, you have so much freedom in this lab to do whatever you want, to make it however you want. Some of you have questioned on some of the materials like a ring clamp and stuff, or a ring stand and clamp. I understand you don't have those. You're not in a science classroom. I get that. But that's just referring to a fixed point that you need. So ultimately, goal of this lab, if you read the paper, you're going to basically test a bunch of rubber bands and their drop height, and you are going to set a goal drop height of, let's say, 2 meters. You set that. You have freedom there, okay? That's not me telling you you have to drop at 2 meters. You want to keep it somewhere between 1.5 to 3 meters. It'd be really cool for those of you who really want to have at it. You know, if you have a high deck or even like a balcony somewhere at your house or whatever, then it'd be really cool to measure that height and see how many rubber bands it would take to have the egg get as close to the ground as possible without breaking. That is the goal. So to do that, you have to create a data table. You have to actually, girls, hush. You have to actually, oh gosh, where was I? Things dropping. Okay. You have to decide or predict how many rubber bands it's going to take for the egg to get as close to your drop height as possible without breaking. Now, obviously, we don't want a lot of eggs to break. So, like I said, the ring stand or clamp is just to create a fixed point for you to drop the egg. And that could be as simple as you holding it. So, get your rubber band, attach it to your egg, and some of you are like, how am I going to do this without the egg breaking? That's the beauty of science. Figure it out. Use what you have. You can do it. You can figure it out. Be little engineers, okay? That's where a baggie may come in handy. You know, wrap it around a bag. Figure out some apparatus, some way to get that egg, to keep the egg attached to the rubber band. Duct tape, my goodness, works for everything. You can figure it out. So you're going to have your egg attached to your rubber band. I'm not doing this lab right now, but I'm going to kind of show you. You're going to take your fixed point here, and you're going to let it drop. Okay? You are going to record the drop height. Now, this isn't the easiest thing in the world, but you're going to record the maximum drop height that you see. Obviously, this stretches, so the egg is going to go vroom and then back up. You want to measure the room part, okay? How much it actually stretches. And you would record that. You would say, okay, well, 1 rubber band stretched. Okay, man, I need to measure this. So that's when you get out your handy-dandy meter stick or ruler or whatever you have at your house, and you measure that distance. Record it here. This may take, you know, a parent, a sibling, a friend, someone maybe recording something. You know, use your technology and use your resources at home as well as you can to figure out that distance. But you can figure out the distance. You know, let's say that was 20 centimeters, so 20 centimeters. Okay, now you have to add another rubber band to this, and it needs to be the same rubber band. So you would get a second rubber band. I actually don't have 2 of these, but you would get a second rubber band, attach them somehow, however you want to. It's freedom here, okay? You decide whether you want to sort of loop them together each time or cut it and tie it together. It doesn't matter if it falls like this or if you cut the rubber band into one long stretchy string thing. It doesn't matter, okay? As long as you're giving me a relationship between rubber bands and the distance that maximum distance that the egg drops. So, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me a couple more than 5. You know, you can't really get a good trend with 3 data points. So you can do that. But once you have this nice data, then you graph it, okay? Because graphs are there to help us. They help us make predictions. So you're going to create a graph. Of course, it's your job to figure out which is independent and which is dependent. But once you get your graph, whatever, you figure out the trend. That's going to allow you to make some predictions, and that's where all this data taking comes in handy, because at the very beginning of the lab, you set yourself a goal of 2 or 3 meters or 2.5 meters or whatever you want, okay? And then you are going to say, okay, how many, based on my data, what can I predict? How many rubber bands am I going to need to make this work, to get as close to the ground as possible without breaking? That is your goal, okay? I hope that helped. Just maybe a verbal explanation there. I know things can get confusing when suddenly you have a lot of freedom and things aren't spelled out for you quite as much. And it's harder too because you're in an online class and you don't really know what I'm expecting. So here I am telling you what I'm expecting. Please enjoy this lab. Don't make it be like that, the bane of your existence. It's fun. And also, if you have a baggie around the egg, that will keep it from getting all cracked and nasty everywhere. So if it does break, then your life isn't over. Just, throw that baggie away, get another. Oh goodness. Okay, I'm rambling at this point. Please let me know if you have more questions. I don't want to give you this cookie cutter lab where I'm telling you do this, step 1, step 2, step 3. That's boring. Okay? Figure it out. Have fun. I know you don't love physics, and that's okay because lots of people don't. But have fun with it anyways. It's no fun to hate a class, period. At least you can enjoy it for one day maybe, or enjoy being stupid for one day. Not stupid knowledge-wise, acting goofy stupid, not stupid. All right, I'm gonna shut up. Have a good day, guys. Bye.